Good morning everybody, this is Kennbury Carpentry for our first review of a Bosch Biturbo. Kindly gifted to us, we have the new GBH 18V 34CF Professional. In the box comes with a rag and chuck. So we have been invited to take part in the Biturbo tool test. So Bosch has kindly given us this with a 5.5 amp battery. Pretty standard hammer drill, expecting good things. Bosch, this is their bread and butter, the hammer drill. We've got an anti-kickback on here for vibration control, standard forward and reverse, all on one dial. We've got a chisel lock and chisel rotate. This pops off the end, which so far I found is a little bit tricky, and then you can change that one on. Now, some of the flagship stuff that Bosch are making has, I don't know whether you can see it there, has you can see in real time as you're using the tool the battery indicator and all the you've got soft start favorite. If you add this chip in here, then you can sort of adjust parameters on your phone. So that's it. Now Bosch with their Biturbo say corded power without the cords. I'm skeptical. I am skeptical. This one retails for around £400. You can get it for less if you shop around for a deal. But we're going to race it against our current fleet. Now this has been the old GBH 18V 20. Now these have gone on to brushless now, but this runs with an armature. And that's been our workhorse for probably about 10 years now. And also we have, it wouldn't be fair, corded power without the power by racing against the cord. And this is the GBH 228DFV. What we're going to do for the test is we're going to drill the same size hole in a 6-inch concrete block, followed by a core drill, followed by breaking a block into 3 pieces. So let's get on with it. So we conducted those tests, and the results. Well, we've got drilling, standard drilling. Biturbo, this one was the fastest drilling with a 12mm hammer drill, doing it in 32 seconds. The little cordless just didn't do it. Just a bit hard work for him. It's a very dense concrete block. The corded one was 10 seconds slower with 42.15 seconds. On to the next test, which was the braking. This one did pretty well. It managed to break the concrete block in 36 seconds. The old one did it in 50 seconds, and the corded one did it in an amazing 19 seconds. On to coring. Only really the corded one ever managed to finish the coring. We found that this was just too thirsty and just didn't spin fast enough to actually core effectively. Probably be okay in bricks, but the corded one did it in 2 minutes and 48 seconds. So, summary of this thing, we've got some pros and cons written down here. What we like about it, the vibration control is excellent. You could use this all day long, no worries, and the vibration will really affect you. It's well made. It is pretty heavy. You know, it's over 7 kilos. It's a bit of a lump. You wouldn't want to be using it above your head or anywhere awkward. But it is well made. It's a heavy lump. It's going to last a long time. Quite like the real-time battery indicator. You know, that's quite like a novel little feature, so you can keep an eye on that. Soft start, being able to put the soft start on is quite good. The kickback control is very sensitive, but wasn't a problem. So you can, if it's going to snag, it's going to turn off straight away. And it was pretty good at breaking concrete blocks for a cordless. It wasn't as effective as the corded one for breaking, but for a cordless it wasn't too bad. Cons, it is heavy. You know, that is a bit of an issue. It's heavy for the class that it's in. And it just spins, you know, in the book it says you can core with it up to 82mm. You're not going to use it for coring, it's just too slow. You'll be there all day, so you'd use a core drill. Now the trigger is a bit of an issue. I don't know whether you can alter this on the chip, but we've got a locking button on the top here. If I don't press the button, you cannot lock the trigger for drilling, only for hammering. And now when we were trying to core, you know, we were looking at sort of 10 minutes. Your fingers are just letting go of it. It's I don't know why they've decided to do that function. Both the other drills have a trigger lock, and you know, hammer drills have a clutch. So I don't know why they would decide that was a good design choice. Probably its biggest issue, it's incredibly thirsty on batteries. The 5.5 amp, which is in here now, literally ran it for about 8 minutes. We've put an 8 amp Pro Core in it at the moment, but if you are thinking about getting this drill, I thoroughly recommend that you get this charger with the power boost button on. This is the only thing that's going to keep up with the demand of charging those batteries as quickly as you're going to use them. But even so, the 8 amp gave us 15 minutes of use. Just a sort of nitpicking, to turn the hammer mode off, you have to put standard woodchuck in. You cannot do it on the dial. You have to change the chucks around, which is a bit annoying because the other two you can drill without having to do that. So that's it really. Would we purchase one? Not really. We'd go for a lighter model for drilling small holes, you know, for wall plugs and things like that. And if we were going to do some serious braking, we'd probably go for Bosch's bigger range, which They make one like this called the Max, and then they make one with a front mounted battery, which I'll put all the links to those in the description. So thank you very much. Thanks for watching. We are Kennbury Carpentry. I'm Alex Lovell. Chris Day is behind the camera.
Hello.
And thank you.
Thank you very much. Cheers, guys.